of us in this earth plane do not really know what life is all about. That life on this earth plane is a school of learning, and that our soul is on a spiritual journey to know good and evil in this dense material plane of existence, and to navigate our way back to the eternal life in full realization of the gods we truly are. I'd like to borrow a leaf from the Genesis story in the Holy Bible. I know not everyone here watching this is a Christian, but the fall of man, which is actually an allegory, cuts across all religions and beliefs. So I will use the book of Genesis, the story there, to illustrate. As I said, the story is actually an allegory. After our ancestors, Adam and Eve, ate the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and their eyes were open. As a consequence, we had to descend from our exalted spiritual state, got blindsided from our true spiritual essence, to be cloaked in our physical body. And this physical body is the vehicle for the real us, our souls, to inhabit this dense earth plane, so that we're able to learn the lessons of good and evil. And with this knowledge of good and evil, we'll make our way back to God, back to our sublime state in full consciousness. And this back to this state is the proverbial tree of life, eternal life, because you are conscious. The descent into this dense physical realm and the cloaking of our spiritual nature is the price we have to pay to know good and evil, from the dense to the sublime. Unfortunately, many people rely on their physical senses of their body and the entrapments of the flesh, that they have forgotten their spiritual side and tend to push anything that has to do with spirituality into the background, not knowing that they are actually hampering their progress. So learn to develop your spiritual side by realizing you are not just your physical body, but that you are a spiritual being, a soul, spark of God, and that you are a spiritual being on a journey cloaked in flesh. You are on a journey to learn what is good and what is evil, and you have to do this by relating with your fellow humans and with nature. By communing with God in prayers and meditation, you acknowledge and become even more aware of your spiritual nature. And then you learn to develop your psychic centers or your chakras and rely more on your intuition than just your physical senses and that of the flesh. As you do this, you become more spiritually aware. You become more fully conscious of the effect of your thoughts and your emotions, and how this has an effect on your life. You get to see far beyond the physical realm and the physical senses, and then you get to understand eternal life.